Hello everybody, welcome back to Direwolf20. We are here today to do some fun stuff. Yeah! So here's the thing, right? This isn't running. This is barely running. I had to replace when I got on this morning. Last night the game crashed when I tried to put down some chisel and bits to kind of cover some stuff up down here. And I still have not went back to my base to fix the stuff in the overworld, but that's fine. That's on my to-do list for something to do today, just off camera. So, here is the deal, right? This is barely running, and my suspicion is because this is not giving us enough power. So, I looked into making Entangloporters from Mechanism. They're going to be what's going to be able to make enough power for us, because Tesseracts are kind of broken. So they are a little expensive. They cost atomic alloys, but we have these auto crafting now. They cost teleportation cores, which cost atomic alloys, which cost, we can turn those into these things, but cool. So if I break you and put down an Entangloporter, we can have you, I guess I want to have you eject, well, you're going to be doing energy, so I'm going to eject on, all the sides of this are going to be output, right, because you're only going to be really doing stuff, so we're going to create, I want to create, how to create a channel on here, I forget, I think it's just, do scalar power, because, cool. And then, so you should be getting, well, you don't have any power in you yet, so cool. That should be the only thing in the here that needs power, except for maybe over here. Yeah, you're doing, so I could do this with you too, just for the sake of power. I want you to eject on all sides, eject on, output, right, and I'll set you on that. Cool. And I might want to set that to private, but I want Adam to also be able to use it, so we're going to not set that to private just at this moment. And these are kind of like just better power cells that we're using. So, we have power cell. Well, I know we have a power cell over up there somewhere, so I guess I'll go replace that. That'll at least get power back into our system over there. And I know I looked at these earlier, but, Okay, so I'm going to put you there. And then I want to set you on that. And I actually want you to be energy, no, input. And so you should now be getting at least some power in you from that. I know there's also one down in the base, I just don't know where in the base it is, right? And I don't know if Adam's using power. I think he might just be using windmills. So we gotta find out where this thing is. Maybe it's back here? Yeah, this is it. Is this even... That is hooked up like that now. Okay. Set. Side config. Power. Output on all sides. Eject on. Oh, no, that cleared it. That's input on all sides. I don't want that. On output on all sides. Auto eject on. Although, do I maybe want you to be input? Because now we are doing the big reactor, so maybe I do want you to be... So if I do... No, wait, so... Because we actually are... Maybe I'll set this to input now, because if this... I don't think those windmills are really contributing anything, so... Well, I can do input-output. That works. And it's set to that, so... Okay, cool. In theory, you should be taking both in and out from there, so let me go... Although you are actually not going to be in out from there. You are going to be doing... Okay, yeah, now it's gaining. Okay, cool. It's gaining more in it than the simple... the simple whatchamacallit was doing. You're back to full somehow, but now you're going to drain because we are probably munching on power in the void with the arc furnace. Alright, you're probably munching power. Yeah, you're munching on power. And damn, you're going through these fast. I'm wondering though if we're actually going faster now, if this will kind of make them live just slightly longer, because we were barely getting anything done, and I just didn't realize because, we died on power, because this guy wasn't going quite fast enough. But now it is. It's definitely going fast enough. In fact, it says they're full with millions of FE. I kind of doubt that. So maybe we're going to upgrade to Elite. Maybe, I'm not quite sure yet. Because, well, yeah. I'll let this run and then I'll see. But, like, if this looks like... Because it looks like it's going at a reasonable speed still. and it's full on power, so it's definitely getting power fast enough. I just think for whatever reason, it's going through fast enough that we can't see it, or it's just not rendering. So works for me. But yeah, we're getting everything in big amounts now, and that's pretty good. Just it's very nice that we're actually getting our ore processed. In terms of chunks and clumps and stuff, what do we have left? So I also made Entangloporters auto-craftable, but chunks we got aluminum chunks. We have 770. I don't think there's anything called clump. Yeah, raw. We got 245 raw zinc left, and that's it. Or that what is that? No, 243. That is 200. Okay, cool. Sorry, my chair was making the noises there when I leaned forward. So okay, we only have not a lot left to go through here. In fact, the iridium dust isn't making much of a move, but the iridium, what's in terms of iridium do we have left? Okay, we have 644. But between that little bit of aluminum, that little bit of iridium, and that little bit of zinc, that thing's almost done running, so I don't think we're going to have to get another set of electrodes in there. But dang, and this is fast, considering what it's doing. It is going real fast on this, guys, and again, it's the best way to get the most out of our resources. I searched up everything, and yeah, I mean, technically we probably didn't need to do the crusher for the iridium, but like, you know, we're doing immersive and stuff, so let's just let it rip, you know? Although, we didn't need the crusher in the first place anyways. Cool. Okay. I gotta figure out what else I'm doing this episode, because Entangloporters are not the only thing I'm gonna do for this episode. I'm gonna do something else too. Okay, so I believe the way to go forward today is maybe upgrade the thermal evaporation chambers. I've built a new... I rewired everything down here because the wiring thing is really bad. I'm doing all the wiring up here. It's 10 blocks tall. We have a little elevator put in right here that we can go boop up with, you know. I had to leave this open. I could put perhaps glass over it if I wanted to, but I decided not to. So I do want to raise these up maybe just a little bit, so these are a little bit closer to here. If they're sitting right on here, I wouldn't be too upset, but that does kind of make this then unusable. And I could probably put fence around it just so I remember that that's the case, but I think they're 4x4, right? So there's 16 blocks per each time it goes up. So if I want to raise each of them, it's going to be 32 of these thermal evaporation blocks. That's probably good. So let's craft about half a stack of these. Actually, if I craft a stack, right? If I do a stack, they each go up by 2. It's only, well, they're going to be done immediately, so it's not that big of a deal. How much steel do we have left over after that, just for my, I like to have another, maybe that much steel in there, because we go through steel really quickly here. So what we can do is because this is all full up and back up, so, either I could make this tank bigger, or I can make these machines a little bit bigger. These machines aren't really using any power other than what the solar panels themselves are producing, so I figured that this is not going to be a big deal. And we're going to need this going forward. This is kind of like step 1 of our I guess our new program to make ores be big boom and, you know, get a lot of resources out of the ores. There is one problem I have though with what we're going forward, and I'll show you that as we get there. So this should have reformed. So then what I want to do is I want to go 2 here again, 2 here, 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 2 more here, 2 more here, and the last 2 there. How are we up by? Well, that's not formed properly. Did I do math wrong? So how is this? How do we have 16 left over? One of these should be able to go up 1 more at least. Unless I did math wrong. 4? Oh, 4 and 2, and then 4. It's not 4 and 4 and 4. So 4 and 2 and 4 should be. I should have more though. Okay, whatever. Because 4 and 2 and 4 is let me, I guess, put this down here. It's 4 and 2 and 4 would be. What's the word? 4 and 2 and 4 would be 4 plus 4 is 8, so we have 12. We want 2 on each side, so we actually want a 24. Oh, instead of a 16. Okay, yeah. You know what, that makes sense. That makes sense exactly where we're coming from. I said math completely wrong in my head then. I assumed 32 for each side. So actually, yeah, no, we have 16 left over then. Do we have, yep, okay, cool. And then that goes there, and finally this goes there. That should be enough for this. We get a little bit more brine in here. This could fill up with a little bit more brine as well. Or a little bit more water to make more brine. All the brine's actually gone over here now. Because we need to make that liquid lithium. It can't really actually make the lithium right now. Because it has to, you know, there's nothing to send the lithium out into. But I did think that that would be a good, you know, little, what's the word, investment going on here. So, here's what I want to do. We can Actually, I did add this to our list of things we can autocraft, and then I realized after I built this that yeah, there's actually not that much going on up there. It's actually kind of bright here. For whatever reason, that just happened to be how it is in this dimension. So I don't think we have to actually worry about that at all. But what I do want to do is that I was gonna, yeah, but if you want to do something like this in the future, just, and for whatever reason your dimension is dark, put down fatal foil lanterns. I don't have hacked gamma or anything, it's just bright down here. Probably part of the dimension. I want to take our ore processing that we have and then bring it up to tier 4 of the process, I think it is, which we do need brine for. We can start with that today. I think it's brine. So we need a chemical injection chamber, right? And a chemical injection chamber is going to be, we would take stuff like osmium crystals or osmium chunks, or here's one for lead. Lead chunks, we get 8 shards, and the shards can be broken down into the clumps, which can be broken down to dust, the dirty dust, which we have to clean and do like we are now. Problem is with this is that we need, again, there's this whole entire thing of how do we ensure that we get 3 in there at a time, which means I'm probably going to have to do some XNet around it. So that's going to be a bit annoying, but I think we can set it up. And the next tier up's going to need the same XNet if we want to go to tier 5, which is the final tier. So this is 3 to 8, and then it's just 8 to 1. So it's technically, I don't think it's tripling. So this 3 to 8. So 3 per 8 is 3 divided by 8 is no, maybe it's 8 divided by 3. Why am I getting so many pings? It's like 2 and 2/3. So we're gonna craft this, or I'm gonna let it auto craft. I'm gonna make the purification chamber more at that. The enrichment chamber. Start. Okay, enrichment chamber is gonna be that. Purification chamber is gonna be. Holy feck! Why is my Discord blowing up? Chemical injection chamber. And then that is going to be the first step of this new process. Okay, so we have the chemical injection chamber. That's not enough. So what we need to do now is we need to get, to make this work actually for our purposes, right? If we want to do like osmium clumps, or primarily lead chunks, 2 clumps, we need to do hydrogen chloride. Hydrogen chloride is pretty nice, or pretty easy to get, kinda. We need hydrogen, which is going to need in a chemical infuser, which is we already have hydrogen. We know where we're getting that from. And chlorine. Sorry, chlorine comes from, well, liquid chlorine, but we can also just electrolytically separate brine or flowing brine from sodium and into sodium and chlorine. So we need an electrolytic separator and a chemical combiner or infuser, whatever it's called. So these aren't bad. I can just craft them quick. Electrolytic separator is probably the most annoying of them. Start, and that should be done any second now for the electrolytic core. Okay, we'll work on the chemical infuser in the meantime. So what do you need? You're gonna need 2 basic chemical tanks. 1, 2, and then pretty sure, we need a steel casing. And then we got you. Cool, and then you're probably done by now for sure. Yeah, okay, cool. And then we make, are we actually out of infused alloy? I mean, you're done, but we run out of these alloys so quick. Make 128 of them. And it eats our iron. It really chews through our iron. Okay. So I'm trying to figure out, we need electrolytic separator. Actually, I think we're going to need a second one of these. Yeah, we are, because we're going to need one for, we have another one. What are you doing? Hydrogen and oxygen. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. That's exactly what we need. We're going to need advanced power cables for the 2 of them. Advanced universal cables. Probably going to need these. Probably also going to need gas tanks. We're going to need a lot of gas tanks, aren't we? Yeah, so let's get not gas tanks. Tank. Or chemical tanks, is that what they're called? Yeah, here. Okay, this is what we want. We're going to want 1 for hydrogen, 1 for oxygen, 1 for sodium, 1 for chlorine. Yeah, okay, good. And then cables. Probably gonna need a few of you, just in case. I'd like to get some more advanced universal cables for this job. So I need to make basic universal cables. I can make a bad stack of that, and then give me a stack of these, please. We're going to be doing a lot of wiring here. Okay. Cool. This should be a not terribly hard job to do. So, as of right now, our brine is right here. Right? So this is going to be the easiest spot to get brine, but we can do this whole entire thing elsewhere. We could... Well, we can't really bring it up. That's going to be hard to do. Bringing it up would be kind of difficult. We could do it, like, right here. And it'd be kind of loud, but we can do it right here. Because we do have water right here. So, let's start right... Let's kind of go out this way, then, with this. So, electrolytic separators. Which one of these is the one that actually had the thing in it? You're the one that seemed to have the hydrogen in it already. So, it might actually just be better for us if we do it like this. Because I have a few of these spare now. I go over here. Yeah, I'm going to just grab a new one. We could worry about getting actual power over here later. But for now, this is kind of far enough that I set that. And then I want you to be for power. Auto eject and turn you to eject on all sides. Right, I don't want you to be inputting at all. Right? Then, I want you to come up like so. And I don't want you to do that. And I want you to do this. I want you to put into here hydrogen, and I want you to put water into here and dump it. You're going to dump excess. Cool. I'm going to put on here, boom, boom. I can set you to dump excess, dump excess. Your hydrogen, your oxygen. Hydrogen is going to need to be the one I actually want to use, though. So what I probably actually want to do is I want to do output 2, output 1. So these actually aren't going to accept anymore, but that's fine. So you're that, right? You're the... Okay, you're hydrogen. You're oxygen. Right? So you're hydrogen. What's going on here? Output 1. Oh, that is the... Where's gases? Output 2, oh. Output, and then output, and then inject is on, and then you I can clear. Your fluids, okay, cool. So now you should be getting your hydrogen, you should be getting your oxygen. Cool. Then what I want to do is I kind of want to take you. Because I'm going to want to basically take another electrolytic separator. And then I'm not going to have enough. I'm barely not going to have enough. Yay. Advanced. Yeah, no. Okay, we're going to need advanced. Mechanical. I should probably have auto-crafting for these, but... Okay, that's fine enough. We don't need that many right now, so... I need one more. Just wanted to have a few more for this job, because I think we're going to need a few more. Okay, cool. So... On one side, we're going to get sodium. On the other side, we're going to get chlorine, right? So... Brine, I guess clear your side for context for that. Sodium and chlorine. So what are you? Your sodium? I think chlorine's what we need. So what I want to do is actually I'm going to go to the gases. I want to do that. Do that. So actually I want to take you. Boom, boom. So you're sodium. Okay, you're dumping excess. You should be dumping excess. You should be dumping excess. Actually... Dump it. Yeah, no. Dumping excess. And then you just be dumping excess. I actually shouldn't have you dumping excess. I should have you just idle, right? And yeah, I should have you idle. Then you, chlorine I want to build up. So I should have you idle. Should have you just idle. So, oh wait, that's sodium on that side. So actually, we don't want you. We want you dumping excess. We want you idle, right? So chlorine gets into here. We're gonna say idle on chlorine. We're gonna dump excess of that. We don't want to have these running if we're full up on oxygen or whatever. Although we can probably use that oxygen again later, but this is just temporary measures, okay? Now, probably somewhere in the center of here is where we're gonna want to put our chemical infuser. And we might just want to do it like this, where we put the chemical infuser right here, right? And we want to do a gas input 1 there, input 2 there on gas, because we want to put hydrogen and chlorine. So we need actually those pressurized tubes, so we gotta move along in the gas. So do you have any pressurized tubes? Or are we out of those? We have basic ones. Yeah, no, I want to use advanced ones, though. So, yeah, I don't think we're going to need more than this, so. Make ourselves a set of advanced pressurized tubes. And we'll do 1, 2, 3. And what I should be able to do is I should do this, that. Now, you are going to have to set your gas output there. Yeah, we'll do this, and then, sorry, input there, output there. Right, so gas go into there. You should be input, output. And the center you're making hydrogen chloride, which is fine. So where are you outputting? You're outputting right out the front. Shit, that's not a gas. Okay. I mean, I could have you output a gas right out the front into another tank, right? And then just use that tank wherever I want to in the future. So tank. Hydrogen chloride is probably a chemical. So give me a chemical tank, right? And we'll do that, and you're getting hydrogen chloride. Okay, cool. Now the question just becomes putting it into a chemical injection chamber and using that to get stuff going forward. So we could be doing this upstairs, or we could be doing this down here, because chemical injection chamber is going to be pretty far on one side of the thing. So here's the deal right now, because it feels like it's going to be like right here, which is a little annoying. So I'd rather, well, I guess we want to actually put it into the system. It'd be better to have it on that side, because, yeah, okay, so what is the next step up? Let's just disregard the chemical injection chamber. The chemical injection chamber can break down osmium crystals, which come from a crystallizer, which comes from the slurry, which comes from the washer. So the okay, so you take whatever's slurries are, right? That comes out of a washer, which needs water? Is this water? I guess it's just water, and that comes from sulfuric acid. Sulfuric acid comes from sulfur trioxide and water vapor. Water vapor is easy. Sulfur trioxide comes from oxygen and sulfur dioxide, which comes from looks like breaking down sulfur dust. So okay, so yeah, so whatever we do is going to be over here then with the sulfur, which is fine. Which means we do the sulfur stuff over here in this area. It wouldn't be bad to put this here then, it looks like. So I also got to remember, I only have so many sides for this thing. Also, we could use Entangled. That'd be actually not a terrible idea here, right? Because Entangled, right? If we look at Entangled, right, we can make certain blocks act like other blocks. So say I wanted to make one of these and an Entangled binder. In fact, what I probably should do is I should just make a recipe for this, because these are amazing. I moved this a little bit, by the way. What are you? You're my refined storage items. You're my... I'll put you there. Okay, so cool. Entangled's really nice, because I can just put down you here, right? And then I can put down an Entangled block somewhere else, right? I can do that and that, or that and that. I think I want to do that. How do I bind it? So, okay, I can left click on, or I can right click on that. I could shift. No? Yeah, I want to select that block, and then I want to. Okay, so I want to shift, right click on that, then I right click on that, and then there we go. So this can act as if it were the injection chamber. It kind of also outlines it. So if I wanted to, I could just literally use this as if it was this block. So what I could do is I could do something like that there, right? And then wherever I end up putting down this injection chamber, I can pretend as if this was that injection chamber. Right there. So when I pull out from whatever side that would be according to on there, right, I can just pretend like I'm actually going into that side on this machine, which is really nice. So I could put this actually theoretically wherever I want to. So what I'm probably going to end up doing then is I'm probably going to end up having you... How do I want to do this? For now, I'll put you there, because I might not even want to store that there then, if I was putting this into the chemical injection chamber. I just got to figure out where exactly I want to do my ore, you know, whatever. And I'm probably going to want to do it somewhere where I have access to a chest like this. So, yeah, we could use a lot of those. We're going to just get a chest, an ender chest, right? We probably have a few. No, we're missing these. These bags are really weird. I can make like 4 of them, and then... Okay, cool. You know, it's making them now, right? And now I gotta figure out how to get an ender chest, right? So I go to make an ender chest now, right? Oh, sorry, I go to autocraft it, and it says, I don't know what you mean, so I actually have to do it this way, which is really annoying. And the wool doesn't ever line up, so we get the wool, and then we get the bags. I'll also make a few of these right now, because I know I'm gonna need them in the future, or the pouches, right? So I want 1. Yeah, I'll make some for the future, but I only really need 1 right now. Because everything that goes in here gets extracted anyways. We're doing an extract right there with everything. And there's actually also an extract in the overworld that's still running. I have to kind of go back to the overworld and dismantle what I don't need over there. I might even want to bring the controller over here at some point and then just put the controller right there and have that feed right into the controller. It'd be nice to do that. But, again, I want to keep everything I kind of have intact in the overworld intact right now. Until I have this set up that I'm doing the quadrupling, because then I can move over to the tripling. And then I really have no reason to kind of keep that in the overworld right now, other than the other art crafting that I'm going to move over right after that, which is fine. So I can put this wherever I want in particular, so I don't want to have it blocking that. I could do it back here. That won't hurt. Or I could do it like right here, because we can't really go any further back here. So yeah, let's do this. So injection chamber. But I do want to have... Okay, so the injection chamber has the crystallizer before it. And the crystallizer has the... So you come out. The washer before it. And then this has the dissolution chamber before it. And the dissolution chamber, I'm pretty sure, is the beginning of the line. Right? So you take an ore and sulfuric acid. And sulfuric acid comes from elsewhere. Okay, so we have... Right here, then, we have the dissolution chamber, right? So let me get... We get dissolution chamber. We have chemical washer. We have crystallizer, right? And then we get the chemical injection chamber. For right now, this is gonna pretend. Well, I don't know what actually goes into here. In the end, it would be an item, right? So in the end, item would go in there, right? But item doesn't come out of this, does it? Item, or is it item? No, item does come out of this. Okay. So in the end, I actually want to do that. I want to have inject off. I want you to import from there. I want you to output to the side, right? That's all I want. And then gases, I want you to import this. Ooh, I could do it like this. Okay, so I could do this. Right, so I take that. Right, and then I want you... Well, actually... I accidentally clicked out the game. I want you to output down. I want you to... Well, I guess... Your input from the back, so yeah. The rest of these don't count. These can just be nothing, right? And then what I do then, right? I take this, take that, and then I boom with that, boom with that, and then you should actually be getting... No, you're not. Why? Is it because technically it wouldn't be the back, it'd be the front actually now? Because I think it retains, let me try inputting on the front. Okay, that's just a little weird. I could turn this around and be the back, but it's just a little funky. Okay, then what I could do, of course, for gases, I could have you input on the top, and then just kind of for my sanity, and I guess we could just disregard the energy. I didn't want to throw you. It's a little funky sometimes, the UI. So cool. Now all we gotta do is worry about putting 3 in here at the same time, and the reason why I want to kind of do that is like put this kind of like close enough to that, because I am gonna need some help from that. So it's just putting 3 in here at a time that I have to worry about. That's the most annoying part of this. And then the rest of it's just, okay, this outputs into the next machine down the line. Also, I gotta worry about power. We can either do power from under or behind. I actually could put this below. And I just have to worry about it falling if I ever wanted to use it. I could also just put an entangled block here that does the power. Because then I wouldn't really have to worry about getting power over here. Although I really should. the closest power is that one, or this one that has the refined storage stuff in the way, which I can kind of snake around if I wanted to, right? So, because I want to keep a side open for, because that has to be a side that feeds in, that has to be a side that feeds out. It's going to keep on going down the line. The bottom looks like the only side right now that is kind of extraordinarily open. I don't really have to worry about running anything through. So let's do this, right? As much as I dislike this, right? We're going to, instead of doing that eject up, we're going to do that eject down. We're going to remove this, and then we're going to have you input gas from the bottom, and we're going to have that kind of removed. Right? And then I need to relink. Gotta grab you. Gotta relink you to that. And then you should be getting that still. And you should still be gaining hydrogen chloride. Yeah, okay. Good, good, good. So. Okay, that works. So now that input's there. Cool. So now the back is where we're gonna put I guess we're gonna put items in on the back for now, just temporarily. And then the end, I guess I can probably move the gas back up to the back, but I gotta put power on one side too. So I guess actually what we can do, because we know there's not gonna be a machine here right now, so we could probably do items from this side just temporarily. Power should be the back. So we gotta get this up and over, right? And these are going to get changed out at some point for better cables, I guarantee you. So wait until I have to rewire all of this and I'm going insane, because I need to do so many wires all at once. And I don't have the resources for all those wires when I decide to do this, so... Okay, cool. So, I guess this is going to have to go up and under. Okay, it's going to have to go like that. That. And then I guess... we go on over. Oh, okay, cool. We don't need that one right there. Cool. So we do that. This goes like that. Okay. Let's go. Might want to redo that. That's really, really bad wiring right there. Lots of intersecting. I could probably save a few wires of a few kinds if I rewire that slightly here in a second. But we're gonna avoid that. So yeah. You're going to go in there. And the question is, do I really want to try to accent this, or do I just want to hope that it works fine? Or, because I know there's a way with accent to say a certain number, go in, but if I never get that certain number, it's not going to matter regardless. So here's what we're going to do it. We're going to take a controller. Oh, I forgot the cables. Alright, so I got to grab the cables from over here. Cable. And they won't need any advanced connectors or anything for this, but we're going to take a controller. We're going to put down the controller right here, because in the end, actually, it's going to be feeding into this. But for now, we want it kind of going like, well, okay, so let me see this. Well, technically, you could be right here. And for now, we'll wire it on this side, because we do want it to go into you. So we'll take a connector here. And I don't think I want... Yeah, so what direction are you? You're east. I don't want an east connection here, and I don't want you connecting to that. And then these, I'm going to want to take like so. And like I said, I don't want an east connection there. And then I want you to come down here, you to come down here. And then you are going to be the annoying one where I want to do 2 more connections here. And it's going to be like, let's do a connection there. So you're going to be like, no more east connection, or no more west connection this time, right? And you're going to be like, off. Okay, cool. And technically, I don't need that one there. Okay, cool. And again, this is going to eventually flip over to the other side. Kinda. So I want you to be input, right? And I want you to be controller. And I want you, I didn't even know they were on the server. And I want you to be injection chamber, right? Cool. So what we can do is we can take, we're going to create an XNet item thing there. We're going to call it just input. Right, we're gonna create, and we're gonna extract from here. But we can only 3, and then we're gonna do create, insert. You don't matter. I just need you to be part of the thing. So actually, now what I can do with an extract on here is I can grab the ores. I don't know what ores they are, and I'm not sure if I can drag into here. If I can drag into here, that'd be nice. But if I can do extract raw, can I do? No, I know with refined I can do that, but not with this. But the whole entire goal would be get iron, copper, gold, and chuck them in there, one of each of them, right? Of all the things I have back home, and then lead maybe, and then now I'll store 3 of them in there at a time, I believe. I just gotta go have them, because if I don't, I won't be able to know if this works or not. Okay, the last little step of today's episode, I guess, is gonna be just kind of setting this up. So I went out, I mined some ores quick, just so we have them. So on here, I want to extract a number of 3, right? Copper, iron, gold, osmium, lead. Oh, I want the blood there. Uranium or tin, right? Then that gets put into there. Now, theoretically, we need to get a way to put them in there, which is the easiest part. Probably is going to be putting an exporter there and be a little sloppy with this. We just bring this across like this, right? And that's going to be exporting copper, iron, gold, rosmium, lead, uranium, tin. And there should only be a multiple of 3 in here at any point in time. So it's going to eat up 3 of them. Ooh. Oh, so it's not putting in a multiple of 3, it's putting in 1. That's not good. Yeah, it's putting in 1. So what's going on here, right? We're getting all that, right? So 3, and we remove that one. Wrong side. This guy should have that. There should only ever be 3 in here. Right, so when this one goes down, the next set should be chucked in there. If I throw a bunch of stuff in there, right? I'll put in 3 iron, and then I'll stop because I can't process that. Next step would just be putting the rest in here. So I'd be putting in, machine 1, machine 2, machine 3, and then down the line up until this, and that just gets put right back in the system. So I think that's actually a success for today. I mean, of course I have to put in the other machines. I'm probably just going to move them in there in between episodes, but we have a working system, and then next time I guess we'll probably end up putting in those, the last few, and just whipping that around to this side instead, and cool. Well, I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode. I will see you guys next time. Until then, like, subscribe to all that cool stuff, and I will see you guys later. Bye, guys.